Am I ready? No. Chapter 15, 2:55 a.m. Your mom's house.
10 years ago, a man named Sizzle took a little girl named Lynn hostage, and it was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sizzle met a detective named Lynn at the junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet.
It's the same thing. Just a smaller meteor. They're both rocks in a way.
For the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line, just like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory.
What?
I see. Myself.
What? Do I just use the same voice?
There you are, Commander Sith, finally.
Sizzle, where have you been, my good man?
We've been looking everywhere for you. Got a lot of unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we've fulfilled every one of our conditions in our little deal. What?
What's right?
Do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sizzle. That's definitely the voice I gave him originally.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep. But I know it's always darkest before the dawn.
We're actually a part of a cloning business.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let's have a look. But...
yeah, these guys who haven't been around since the beginning.
Oh. Yes, we're very close.
We'll now disconnect from the communication cable. And have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
Oh, the everlasting grapes. What? They're in a submarine? Is it yellow? Doesn't look yellow.
Nice try, Inspector Cabanella. But you can never stop me. See ya, sucker.
Is that the lamp? Did the lamp possess my body?
So, that submarine guy and his people have a deal going on with me, do they? If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyways, there's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him.
Wrong button already.
Hey, do you think you can wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? Guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it.
He'll wake up. He'll be like, who wants a winter? 2:50 a.m. Maintenance Building Super's office. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry the execution immediately and wait for our call.
That's good. That's good, boy. Or that's a good boy. Gee, hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Why? Why are you doing this?
Now, is that the kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago.
Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life, or have you forgotten that?
Wrong. I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who chased me down, that forced me into the corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running.
Lynn? She was just an innocent girl playing in the park.
If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage.
That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And finally, you, Inspector Cabanilla.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You're so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jode. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record would disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
Dun. I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say, and then he just gets up. Ye gods.
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on that spotless white coat.
It's definitely the lamp guy, right? It has to be.
This was another condition of the deal, or my deal, to wipe out everyone who knew about Temsic.
Bleh. I've been dead.
Revenge. That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense.
Hey, man. Man telling me what's going on?
Inspector Cabanella, he's awake.
My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand? The Cabanella character who just got shot is me?
That's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
But you couldn't be, could you?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sizzle guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red uniform. In red. Information I need.
So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby.
That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me the complete control over the top police inspector in the country.
So are you a manipulator too?
I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead. Yeah, but I can't control living creatures.
I'm struggling with his voice. Any hoot, I think you'd better be very careful. The guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about the powers like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky.
You're right. I'd better be careful. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead?
Why is this book on the roof?
The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on the top is balanced so precariously. I wonder if it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? And I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him.
What?
What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? You sense my presence.
It doesn't help that two of the same guy are talking. Oh.
I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot!
Ugh. Time's up.
Your other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby."
Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. Guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I better rewind the clock again and see if I can pick up another clues.
Yeah, I turned on a light right in front of the guy he's about to shoot. I might have to wait till he gets shot. Pigeon Man.
What's the matter? Are those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Why are you doing this? I already read all this.
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago.
Oh, wait, no, I needed to be that. Hold on. I need to be that. Pop, pop, pop. Now we wait. It's two beaks fighting against each other. What the heck happened down here?
Look at this place. What in the world happened here?
Think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying hidden here.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? And I say there's a very important life, valuable to the nation here.
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. It's probably the bird guy. Pigeon Man.
Hey, come to think of it, where's that old pigeon guy?
Rob Lucci.
Excuse me.
I could not remember what voice I gave this guy, so when he starts talking, it's gonna be new.
Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. I'm not the type who likes losing things. But never mind that. Cabanella, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place. You talking about me?
Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest. Actually said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
Ouch, that hurts.
Anyways, now I'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is.
But aren't we already in the past, man?
Well, we can't go back even further. I've done it before. Still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead.
It's a rewind time. Yeah! Can't wait the dog to save the day. 242. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor, this place is dangerous?
Tell me, Daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I remove it...
He's not dead. He's just not there. A true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous. So you figured it all out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela.
So it really true. You're...
I was wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn.
Why is he gonna walk like that? So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do something like that?
To create conclusive evidence, you know, on the security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Joe did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudges against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh, yeah? So why don't you let me live, then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room.
I like that he's just gonna sit there and watch.
This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way.
Professor, look out! Ah!
Dynamite, eh? When the devil did, he put that there.
He planned it all tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared.
I knew that guy was evil. Like me.
Medical examiner.
That medical examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He was sus. He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab. But he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. Like me. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw right through their plans, eh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off.
Bought him off?
I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyways, there's so much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. And I'm gonna follow him. Of course, after I save you two. Something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that the spirit ceased to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be there?
No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Or if magic can take us back even further into the past. Alright, man, jump in there and stop that explosion, would you?
Easy enough for you to say. Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, she'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough, then jump in there and take care of the man in red, would you?
I repeat, easy enough for you to say. And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Well, what do you propose then, Prof, pray tell?
Our best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing. Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people?
Anywho, jump in there and do something. Man, out of everybody, the dog was more helpful. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I literally wait and just open the door.
He's completely dead, just as I thought. I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers if I remove it.
He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect as a spirit. Ridiculous. Man, it's weird to actually see his, like, model moving. Also, Cabanel has a gun. Just shoot the guy. Like, you know he's evil. He's already dead, so just like, what do you got to lose? I'ma just shimmy back into the door, stand on my tippy toes. We must wait.
I'll be leaving this country before tonight. But before I do, I need to erase all the evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room.
As you perhaps have already noticed, time is running out, baby.
Yeah, no, perhaps about it. I know. But you know, there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my ghost tricks on in here. Looks like it's all over. Unless I find another path, I'm sort of at a deadlock here.
Is this the dog? Sizzle.
Hey, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you?
Find me. Before I'm carried away. Yeah, it's the dog. Was with a frail sounding call for help.
He's here somewhere. Friend of yours? Yep. A little guy that looks a little fragile, but has strength that'd surprise you. Well, he's asking you to find him.
Before he's carried away, no less.
But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him?
Dog? Oh! There he is!
Sizzle, here I am! Oh, hey, it's you! Missile!
Or, Missile! I don't know which one of them said it.
What are you doing here?
Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you going there?
No, that's okay, never mind. Anyways, I need your powers. Will you help me out?
Of course! Here, let me come join you! Okay, here I am, Sizzle.
Now maybe things will flow in a new direction.
Even though the flow of the sewers is a little bit stinky.
Fate changed. I didn't do anything.
Okay, let's stop that explosion.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, let's take care of that man in red instead.
No, we can't do that either.
We can't do this. We can't do that. What can we do?
We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. Your powers are the key of all of it, Missile.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. It's no use, I can't open it. What? That was my plan!
The fact that the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set. You sound so proud of the fact, too.
This door. Such a pity, too. Such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be hard. It can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yes, well, that's why we're both dead. Door that opens downward, eh? No, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons now that the dog's here.
A door that opens downward. Is there anything of the same shape? Oh! I like that the rats are here.
These squeaky guys are making a fuss about something.
Sizzle! The animal instincts are starting to surface.
If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. I see some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. Bigger commotion, eh?
What? Oh, we're gonna swap the lid for the door. Oh my god, how many are there? Now that's what I call some proper commotion.
I'm making that trash can dance.
Truth be told, I feel like dancing now myself.
It's getting harder and harder to hold back my wild instincts back.
A dangerous bunch.
Trick time. I'm literally working off a millisecond. What do you mean? There we go. Look out! Ah! I was literally working off a millisecond.
Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you.
I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones.
I don't mind. It won't prevent you from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually.
My leg gets stuck like this. Burr, burr.
I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanel, I couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. No matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that is. Nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here.
Update to the phone book. Fate averted. So, a dead man, a dog, an inspector, and a scientist walk into a bar.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead, not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor justice minister a real fright. Can I get like a name box so I know who's talking? I'm gonna assume this is the scientist.
Oh, that phone call, yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, excuse me, mister. You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this lively little creature?
Oh, this dog. This little doggy is the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing! A poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate, indeed.
Wait just a minute, Miss Camilla's a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla, a hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanela, it's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sizzle?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Camilla, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanela is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there.
Sizzle, I'll go up first, and wait for you.
Oh. Okay, lovey-dovey, I need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. There's Mr. Ghost in it. Just don't drop it.
You call it Mr. Lovey-Dovey?
You've got grit, little pigeon. I'd better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Missile is waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
Bop, bop.
There you are, Sizzle.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun.
You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go again with that stuff. Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Yep, same situation as mine. The best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanela without him noticing. It's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sizzle. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my powers, just tap R2.
Of course the dog would want to jump in. Okay. Nothing here is really the same shape. Except these hats. So it makes you think I'll have to swap the hats at some point, but they're not the same. Let's talk to Sizzle.
So, Sizzle, could you explain something to me? Exactly how did the man in white die?
He got shot with a gun.
Gun, huh? I've always wondered about those things. How come people die when they hear that loud bang?
Huh? Oh, why do they? I don't remember. Oh, brother, I hope I never lose my memory. Mr. Whitecoat here died because he got shot with a bullet.
Bullet?
A little lump of metal, it proves fatal when it gets lodged in his head.
Aha! I get it. It's like a little tiny Mino, right?
Yeah, something like that, I guess. Different shape, though.
In that case, I ought to be able to use my powers on it to save the man in white.
Hey, good news, Whitecoat?
Ain't anybody here just got me, Cabanela? Wait, so they want me to wait till he shoots? What here's the shape of a bullet? I don't even think Sizzle can grab anything. I think this is purely the dog. Yeah, I can't grab anything. So I have to wait. Mermy, mermy. There we go. Bop, bop. Eh.
And finally you, Inspector Cabanela.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
Oh, did you see that? That bad Sizzle turned around.
You had to call him that? Yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks.
This is the only time he takes his eyes off me, too.
If you have something to do, do it now.
Time to take
It's time to take the first step towards saving the inspector.
So I hit him with the swivel. Bop, bop. You didn't see that.
What's going on? Never seen the ghost world like that. Okay, I failed.
He saw me. So you are he. He sensed my presence. It has to be the lamp, right? Don't look at me. Bop. Maybe I have to wait for him to pull out the gun or get the gun. And then maybe I hit the swivel. There you are, Sizzle. God, we gotta do the dialogue over and over again when I fail. I can't even fast forward. They're talking like Sims. I spin. I feel like I should rock the helmet, but maybe not. I guess I'll just leave it turned to see what happens.
I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about that stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyways. Okay, so now... Okay, well, never mind. I was gonna say the dog's over there now. Dun 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 dun. Trick time!
Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him.
Why'd you go to the trouble of shooting him at all? I'm almost thought that's enough chit-chat. Now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance.
What if I knock the helmet on his head? Nothing here has the same shape.
Now then, Inspector. Time to make the big red stain on your spotless white coat.
Not that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that, buddy. Oh, okay, I don't have to sit through all this. Okay, so the helmet was not it. Oh, let me fast forward through that time. Was that not new dialogue the first time? Alright, well, back to the Sims talk.
Yeah. Yeah, ba ba ba.
A Shia Kazing! Dude, the way he, like, goes limp. I feel like it doesn't even make sense. Trick time! So I wait for him to pull out the gun himself, right? What? So what's over here? Is there even anything that can be used over here? Maybe... I don't think Sizzle can reach them. God dang it. There's 3 buttons. No, Sizzle can't reach. So there's no way for Sizzle to get over there. But there's nothing over here to interact with. Stop trying to talk to him. The desk lamp and the kettle seem like they're the same shape. But I don't think I can swap the head of the desk lamp with the kettle. No! 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 Just wait for him to turn around. Yeah, ba ba ba. Lock the helmet. Yo. Alright, who would have guessed he would have heard that? Oh, what was that? I didn't think I'd get this far. Missile? Question mark? No, not Sizzle. He's about to get shot. Maybe I just wait for it to play out? That's the guy you are! Well, how about you like some of this? Catch this, moron! Bah! Okay, I can't do anything when he rolls. Trick time! Okay, but now the step ladder's closer. So now I can get over here. Oh! And then Missile can probably swap this with something. Oh, the book. Now what the heck did that do for me?
Well, would you look at that? Right on the hook.
I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft.
Now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down.
Ah, just as I thought so. Yes, but can I reach it? Or can I not swap it? I guess not. What's the point? So, Sizzle, could you explain something to me? Exactly how to... Okay, this is the same thing.
He died of ligma.
It's the same shape of the helmet, he says, but yet I can't swap it. Maybe I have to knock it down? But then it wouldn't be the same shape anymore. Because one's like horizontal and one's a vertical. I can jiggle it. What does that do for me? Nothing. Did absolutely nothing. I think I messed up. The noise, like the canceling noise, it makes me think of Luigi's Mansion. What am I missing? The hat's not gonna work anymore because I knocked it down. I think I messed up.
Just another condition of my deal, to wipe out everyone who knew about Temsic. It's going to shoot, it's too late.
It's no use, even with my powers, there's nothing I can do.
Don't see anything to swap the bullet with. Guess you didn't make it in time. So sorry, Inspector. Guess I'll have to try again.
Again? I'm gonna get shot again? I need to swap the bullet with. The heck am I gonna swap the bullet with? Bleh.
If I want to save the Inspector without the guy noticing, then I have to do something about the bullet after it's fired.
I can swap it with something, you know.
I guess I'd better look for something with the same shape.
What the heck has the same shape as a bullet? Bop, bop. What if we swap a bullet with a bullet? It's a crazy thought.
What was that?
Maybe I need to leave the hat? Or the hard hat? Got nothing to say to you. Be gone. Trick time. Wrong button again. So I need missile to move, and then I go back over here.
So, what exactly is this thing? It looks like a giant nail clipper to me. No, it's most certainly not. It's an instrument used in analyzing radiation-emitting matter.
Yes, I see. You're not alone, kid. None of the rest of us understand it either, baby.
Yeah, you said it.
Well, pictures of what looks like little fragments of rocks. Those are Temsic fragments. That's an article from back when it was big news.
10 years ago, nobody really understood it.
Yes, that's still true today.
Something in the shape of a bullet. It doesn't exist. It's not real. So what did they say? Well, would you look at that, right on the hook. I love that it adds so warm and soft. Now that I'm looking at it, that has the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Aha, I thought so. Yes, but I couldn't... But I can't get them to swap. It's just not possible. He's going to shoot, it's too late. No.
No, wait, our chance is coming up.
The last split second, right? Leave it to me.
What? What made this different? Well, it's the knit hat.
Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead.
Now's our chance. I'm here in the bullet right now. Let's swap this little thing with something else.
What?
It's our only hope. There's gotta be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet.
It's the freaking hat. How the heck? Eh. You're gonna let that slide. You're not gonna think anything of that.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all soft.
Did I do all right?
You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life.
And I'll keep doing it too.
There's no way he didn't notice.
Over and over.
You were looking right at him. There was no knit hat in any capacity.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So you two were working together.
That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we've saved it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all.
Okay, let's hurry back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla.
You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guide I have to follow, too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's wearing sunglasses. He couldn't see. Maybe he's colorblind. He's like, I can't see the color blue. What the heck?
After completing his revenge, Inspector Cabanela, the man in red, left. And now a new story is about to unfold in a new present.
Did I just get saved by a knit hat?
How you feeling, you old crazy character?
Feel like I just got done in by a dog, but not dead. Hey there, Professor. We're both alive. And I see ya, or I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a new few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what, the guy in red is gone?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Ugh. You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. My legs don't work like they used to.
Well, it looks like the both of their deaths were erased. Fortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. Better talk to them.
You will forever be handicapped. If I do think we're gonna end up like this, I'd have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way, I could have been dancing after Big Red by now.
Huh. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't take that or talk that way.
Yes, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there, within my grasp. All our plans were rested on tonight, and then this had to happen.
I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I collaborate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. Was he a lamp? Where's that lamp? Where is he? What's his name? And what does he want?
The guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take the little girl hostage and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
Can this guy leave?
I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
What did you do, Cabanella? Yes. 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We held in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes.
Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
But
I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. I didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress him. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking a statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard, I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanella, got a minute. The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. Dun, 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 dun. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
how could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I had made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Man, what a guy. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communication network. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him. Him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them two predictions. He foresaw two completely preposterous and impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office.
A There's 2 inmates at the special prison, eh?
We kept tabs on the communication and launched an investigation. And then finally we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant,
The restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen.
the manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal.
Submarine?
But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think that what would happen if this powers were to fall into their hands.
Right, highly unlikely. They'd use them for peaceful purposes.
And now, they have that little girl as a hostage.
Camilla.
We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
A spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
And your life, eh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I got to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your record so much?
Of course, why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Judge shooting Alma. I didn't care what he confessed. There's definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator is going to prove that Jode is innocent.
What an incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jode, why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a matter of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
So that's it, eh?
Man, he's been taking all this heat, and he's just like, man, I'm doing it for a good cause.
There's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ah, what a little misunderstanding. That baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Bam, 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 bam.
Mr. Superintendent, you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, I don't want to voice this guy.
I've never been to the junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. The police, huh? No. Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner and investigated victims' cause of deaths. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died in... Oh, God.
That's what the police report said. I'm gonna take a break from this guy. There was no sign of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse.
I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too.
Oh, nah, there's no way I'm reading all this with that voice. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead all night, or he was dead all right, no question about it. But there wasn't a scratch on him.
Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment.
I don't understand it any more than you do. Doing that guy's voice puts, like, pressure on my throat. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. and they never had the chance to solve the mystery.
And that's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded, nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared.
What's that?
It got up on its own. Imagine. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own.
What? He was dead, but wasn't dead.
It was with our own eyes tonight. Or we saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
He didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body.
Radiation.
I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown.
Oh, wait a minute, could it be?
That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell, and just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from the crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that on the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
Cabanella's arrival.
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
But dun 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 dun.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anyone an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet. But we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and the Temsic were somehow connected.
Which also explains how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla.
So that's the contraption in the basement here. He built that to try and help Detective Jode. That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. There was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jode it did something it shouldn't have. It made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put it in a part that would allow the Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result, we proved ourselves the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanella?
Hey, oh, my legs are broken. Can you give me a wheelchair? Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. It must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to.
Is that really the image she had of him?
Inspector Cabanilla, I'm sorry, I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jode.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to get involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer.
Yikes.
Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke, you might as well laugh.
Jode?
Or Jode?
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
The gang's together.
Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jode. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day.
Go, my pigeon friend.
Oh!
He still has the prison uniform.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Been waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Get it out, my old friend. This present you gave me, it's just what I needed. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Sizzle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to find that man. I need your help. Will you do it with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll just get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine, I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for, I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Cabanilla.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am. Or who I am than ever. But now I don't feel alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these new mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn.
That chapter took almost an hour and a half. Obtained a new illustration.
It's me, Sizzle.
Continue playing. I'm playing till I beat it. Unless they throw in, like, extra stuff that I wasn't aware of.
Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. At 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang.
Doot, 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 doot.
Hello?
This is Jode. Sizzle, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk, we'll be waiting for you.
Are we trying to find the submarine guy? Control room. Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Oh, don't look at me like that.
Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the other end of the phone line. Finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go. Single telephone line connects me and the other Sizzle, but that single line spreads out like a spider webs to ensnare the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web.
Godot?
Welcome to Yona, or Yonoa. Yonoa. Detective Jode. Oh. How did you not see that guy? How did you get on the submarine? My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jode. I used your phone, hope you don't mind. How did you...
Egad! Never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. Submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew you, the Yonoa was going to surface. Confound it!
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The bullet the man in the red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you.
Oh, the pocket watch is a radar.
Cabanella's given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes, Inspector Cabanella. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where's that man in red? I know he's on the submarine somewhere.
Ah, Sizzle, you mean?
I was right here the whole time.
You!
You can relax, that's nothing but his shell.
His shell, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Sizzle has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sizzle has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sizzle has to offer, the source of his power.
Pop. Oh, okay.
What? What in the world is that?
The Tamsic fragment, it gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sizzle is concluded, as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
Disk, what a mistake to make right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell.
Pop. What the heck? Bam. Bam.
What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode! Where'd he go?
How are we not in the room with him?
What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. Smell danger. Better find them and fast.
I feel like this was an extreme jump to make. Who the? Is this the dog?
So, you're here, huh?
It's Missile.
Yes, I think I even remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog.
With my lost memory, and I can't say I'm much better.
Anyways, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla.
You think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out?
I'm sorry to say, I don't think it can.
Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together.
You got it.
Boop, 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 boop.
Telephone is ringing.
Wow! It's Miss Camilla. Just know it. My trusty nose is practically screaming at it. Or it at me.
I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyways, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing.
You bet.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, beep, beep. No. Wrong button. Pop, pop. I swear to God, I'm never gonna get these buttons right.
I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. Got a bad feeling about this.
Sizzle, look. That black hello. It came off the hook.
Oh, I better answer it fast.
Hello, is anyone there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Sizzle, where are you?
Somebody please answer.
I guess she can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help. Lynn is...
She said Lynn.
Miss Lynn.
You'd better hurry.
Let's go, Sizzle.
Go there. Oh, Lynn's dead.
It's no use. Nobody's answering.
She died by drowning.
Miss Camilla and Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. It looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Sissy, I knew you'd... Oh yeah, I forgot they could talk. Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla. And Missile too. I'm so glad to see you're alright. Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice?
Yeah, that's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before when he saved her that time.
So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy.
Hey, Missile. Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh? But don't you need my powers?
I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile.
I wonder what happened this time. I better talk to the little lady a little more. And then, I better do something about the detective lady. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, Sissy.
Can you tell me what happened to you?
Back you go.
What happened after I last saw you at your old house?
Let's see, after that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine.
So she was already in the submarine by then, eh?
I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then... Camilla? I was so relieved I don't remember what happened after that.
So she must have passed out, the poor thing. You've been through so much. You're very brave.
I think Lynn's probably been through more than me.
Yeah, she's died like 5 times.
You've both been brave.
Doesn't this just prove that Lynn's not built to be an investigator? If she's died every time she went to go do something.
I'm sorry I can't help right now, Sizzle. But I think I'd better stay with Miss Camilla.
Yeah, that's alright. I think so too. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Oh, thank you, Sizzle.
Yes?
Could you say that again? I really like the sound of that.
Yeah, maybe later. Oh boy.
Alright, Lynn. Oh, Sizzle, you're here.
When in the world happened here?
Oh, you know, died for the 1,000th time. I don't know.
Huh? I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case.
And where's Detective Joe? Is he alright?
I don't know. I think he blew up.
Huh?
The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden.
Now it's all making even less sense than before.
I want to know how you guys got into the submarine.
After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with the radio transmitter Inspector Cabanilla fired into him with a bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jode and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat.
How? This is the most oblivious man ever.
And then we sneaked into the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jode and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here.
Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next?
I don't know. Huh? There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Boy, sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself.
Didn't they say the manipulator got her?
Camilla, are you okay?
What the heck?
Camilla?
So I'm gonna assume I use the girl's voice, not...
Hello, Lynn. Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago?
I'm gonna assume whatever body he possesses, he still uses their voice.
Well, well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Huh, this is familiar.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this. Waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted to be executed by his own daughter?
The kid's got a gun as big as her.
I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? No, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out!
Revenge, huh? It's a feeling I just can't understand.
Of course not, you're not him.
She's right. I'm not him. Am I?
He was going to shoot Detective Jode as Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible.
Anyways, let's bring you back to life again.
You didn't have to add the again part.
It's again. How many times he died? Like 7? So where'd the water come from?
So let's see the cause of death this time.
Was that mysterious explosion?
Pretty up for a dead woman.
You know how detectives love a good mystery. It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean for a dead woman?
Anyways, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion.
Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective.
I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are.
Well, I can't touch anything. So we're already doing great. dun, 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 dun. Give me that gun. Let me get a feel. I'm not gonna bother reading this again. What? Trick time. Oh yeah, what? Don't I need to do this like secretly? Or they're gonna like, or the guy's gonna like notice? Wasn't the phone ringing?
It's no use, I can't get the line to work. It's funny. I thought I could use the phones if someone in the past somebody was calling.
What are you talking about? The receiver has to be off the hook first, silly. Well, then look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now.
Somebody please answer the phone.
If you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver.
Somehow manage? Who's to say that's not how I planned it?
Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jode.
She's right, I'd better check it out.
Sorry, little lady. I'm out of here. Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyone? Come if you're coming. We're leaving. Go there. So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom. I'm out of here. Place sucks.
Who's he calling restless ghosts?
Well, it's true. Neither one of us is really resting in peace.
Anyways, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew.
Guess that means the fate of the sub has changed slightly. Sizzle has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip?
It's Detective Jode. What's going on there?
I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get the Temsic fragment taken away.
I don't get it. What's happening?
They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just going to go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment.
Huh? But that's cheating.
I think we have more important things to do right about now. Where's the Temsic fragment going to go?
Oh, where's the dog when I need it? Never mind, we don't need you, dog. Never mind, I need you, dog. I am stuck. Never mind, dog. I don't need you. What the heck?
Ah, the Temsic fragment. You're mine at last. The objective has been achieved. Now detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
And goodbye.
This is Sizzle. What just happened? The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jode in it.
Don't worry, Lynn. Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady.
I can't believe this is happening.
Now then, I'd better hurry along before Sizzle discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Yanoa will be his coffin.
Yeah, there's not much he can do if he's left at the bottom of the sea.
May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sizzle.
And away I go. This submarine's yellow.
Aha! So that's the cause of the giant explosion.
What's this?
Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo, it's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you?
Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind.
It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired.
Well, there's only one thing I can do. Become the torpedo.
There's no time, it's gonna launch.
Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it.
But how?
Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope.
Why was the I hope at the end the strongest part of what she said?
Okay, here goes.
But how are we gonna get back?
What?
What's the mouse doing?
Came along for the ride without giving it much thought. Was this really the best move?
I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure the poor little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in there?
Trick time. Do you know how a torpedo works?
No, I can't say I do. Detectives sure know a lot.
I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed.
I can relate.
That in turn sets off the detonator.
Detonator, huh? That must be that red button. So how do we stop it?
They didn't explain anything about that in the book.
Detectives sure know a lot. Or not.
Oops. Wrong button. So I need to...
I think these outside parts are supposed to be the weights of some sort.
Spinning black things, right?
Apparently their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. It must be pretty heavy.
Wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow.
This looks like just the thing. If we clamp these things on the fuse, it should keep it from moving.
So what does that mean exactly?
It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this.
I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try.
But before we could do that,
It looks like we have to get something out of the way first.
How do I get the mouse off? There we go. Down you go, little buddy.
Great. We've dumped the little creature off.
wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for the safety device.
Right.
Bop, bop, bop.
We're almost out of time at this rate. We're going to blow up the submarine.
Uh-oh.
We have to set the safety and keep the torpedo from detonating.
There, we clamped the safety device on.
We did it. That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem.
Problem? What's that?
The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that.
Uh-oh.
Burp, 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 burp.
What was that noise?
It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine.
But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fates, including the little rats. Sizzle, we did it! What's the matter? You still look unhappy.
We stopped the torpedo from blowing up. But we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine.
You're right, I guess.
I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable.
Am I hearing things? Anyways, guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can.
Right, I'm worried about Camilla.
It was green, so maybe it was the dog.
We managed to stop the death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. No! Water's seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. Better go meet up with Lynn.
Can't wait for the rat to save us.
The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Fortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. Maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path.
Trick time!
I'd better hurry over to Lynn. It's not safe to stay here. I just don't have the powers to stop that water from coming in.
I don't think I can reach that. Gear! Oh, there we go. How was I supposed to know that was a flashlight? Uh-oh.
Lynn? Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla. Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sizzle should be along any second now. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy is here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now.
Bleh.
Camilla? Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, I think I'm going to cry.
Oh, whimper as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late.
We must send her the secret code.
Okay, I said I'd get you out of here, Camilla. But it's so dark I can barely see you now.
Out of ideas already, eh? Think she's asking for my help. I should send her a signal.
Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sizzle, he's here. Up you go. Glad you're here, Sizzle.
Sorry for the wait. Looks like this room is gonna fill up with water fast. We'd better get to that door as quickly as we can.
We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it.
What? What does water pressure mean?
Think of it as a force of water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here.
So the only way out of here is up, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up.
Burr, 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 burr.
Hey, look at the ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow.
Good idea, let's try it.
Okay, and by the way,
Yes?
I can't swim. Neither can Camilla.
Don't you have any good news for me?
Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry up, please?
And no wonder you died.
There must be a switch or something somewhere that lowers that ladder. Provided the person who designed the sub didn't miscalculate the ladder length.
I didn't even consider that possibility.
And I don't have to warn you. I can't swim, neither can Camilla.
Yeah, you already told me.
Boo-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot-doot.
Down you go. You did it, Sizzle, thanks.
The way she's holding Camilla. Why would you go that way?
Wah!
There's no way Camilla clung on like that. Or at least without, like, flopping backwards.
What was that?
Looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about.
Bop, bop.
Huh? Sizzle, the flashlight doesn't work anymore.
Hey, don't get mad at me.
Maybe the contacts are bad or something. Hey, I know, you can fix it with your powers.
Okay, now it's just taking things too far.
I can talk to Camilla. Or maybe that wasn't Camilla.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't really like the dark.
I never mentioned that before.
Not only that, but I can't swim, neither can Camilla.
You have mentioned that. Flashlight Lynn's holding. I wonder if I can use my powers to turn it on.
Beep. Man, who needs a battery when we got a soul?
Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something?
That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now all we have to do
is get to that door and we're safe.
Wah!
Whoa! Great. She's gonna die again. What?
Camilla. No.
Well, we seem to be sinking.
Ow. What happened now?
It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs.
Can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet.
Come on now, as if the latter would be true.
Well, if you would stop wasting time, you could get out of here.
What now? The water's sure rising fast.
Come on. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
Sizzle, you are!
But there you are.
How's it going?
How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous the situation is, don't you?
Of course, after all. Just ask anybody who knows me, or knows me how much I hate taking baths.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these little ladies?
Of course.
Trick time. What's the point of that? Large fan. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Am I like trying to repair this?
Oh my god, there's so much! I don't get the point of swapping. Okay. So let's start from the bottom.
Go up, it's easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla. I know, we're gonna have to create a path for you somehow. The water just keeps on rising. Please hurry. Oh, and maybe by the way, did I ever tell you? You can't swim, neither can Camilla. Oops, I already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck.
So I think I need to rely on the dog here.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I can't turn this.
These pistons sticking out right in front of me. It's almost like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge. Maybe just that. Think you can climb them? If I wasn't with Camilla, I could probably do it easily. Sizzle, you're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Could you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? Those pistons sure look like they could be used to our advantage.
This should fix it. There you go.
Hey, how about that?
Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me.
You better hurry, I don't think the water is gonna wait for you.
Up you go. Watch your step. Your shoes are wet.
Ouch!
Now the steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through.
What?
There's no way to go around either. Think you can do something? Of course we can.
We have to.
Okay, well I already know what to do. He's not getting up there. So I need to swap these two. Or maybe not. Look at this if I swap the pipes.
Change how the steam comes out.
Oh, I get it, because the cracks in each pipe are different, right?
So each pipe sprays out different steam in different ways. But that will come in handy.
Is there like more? Like what? What do they want from me? Sizzle can't get up. They want me to do it like the same way I did before, but I timed it wrong. Here comes that water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you. No, Missile, it's too salty.
I think the more relevant point is that he's dead, so he can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about the steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile. It's too slow. I don't... Oh, I see it. Swap these two. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe I'm stupid. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. I got it.
I know the water's getting really close now.
Not that I can see all that well with the steam here.
So, switching the pipes around so you can get across.
That's right. Don't give up, Miss Lynn. My back is really starting to hurt.
No. No. I don't understand. Well.
I couldn't take a little warm mist.
Hey, that was no warm mist. It was boiling hot steam.
Anyways, it looks like you're the key player for this one, Missile.
But I don't think my powers alone are going to be enough.
Yeah, I need Sizzle up here. Oh. Wait, Sizzle's up here now. They just put him up here.
Oh, dying help.
Okay. I got an achievement. Swap 44 things. Dun dun. Swapping gets a little tedious when you're trying to swap between things that can be swapped. Turn the wheel.
Here comes that water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up.
So by closing this valve, I shut off some of the steam flow to that first pipe.
So I need to swap these. Ah! Why is this hard? My brain can't comprehend. And she's dead. Dun dun dun. So I turn the wheel. It turns off the steam for this first pipe. So I think I need to get this one over here. Swap these two? Did I not do this?
There, how does that look?
It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way.
Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward.
Ouch.
Did I not do this? Bum bum bum.
Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now how in the world am I going to get up there?
Don't yell at me.
If you want to yell, you can yell at me. Missile? How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I think he just did it.
Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with.
Yeah, something to whisk Miss Lynn up with a glide her over so gently to the top.
Are you being sarcastic?
Trick time. Bop, 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 bop. Bum, bum, bum. Down you go. Climb on board.
Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away.
I was waiting for it to be like, oh, it's too heavy. Dun 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 dun. Too heavy.
Sorry, you can't do it. Open it, hurry.
Is that any way to ask for something?
Dun dun dun.
There's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No!
This way. What?
Whee!
Well, that's a manipulator if I've ever seen it.
What just happened? Can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. Still want to head up too, or head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness.
Is the manipulator happy because Lynn tried to save his life?
Chapter 16 cleared. Alright, so this should be the last chapter according to the achievements. Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m.
The upended submarine continues to sink slowly but surely. It's a long journey to the bottom of the sea. And the little lady found the darkness in the sea, the salt water closing in on them. At the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing?
I'm the mechanical guy. Ah! Oh, he's even got the hair. Well, what do I give? What voice do I give this guy? He's a robot now.
I see you have managed to survive, detective.
Just giving Sizzle but robot.
Hey, you're...
Excuse my appearance, I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there? You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course, what else would explain all those unnatural things happening?
If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us.
I don't really know. Please, you've got to tell me. I need to know.
What?
Who in the world are you?
Sizzle, look at you. What happened?
I can't hold onto that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sizzle. Sizzle. My name isn't Sizzle. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am too. What? man in front of me is not me. Even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. Memory is about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Do, 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 do.
Oh, we're just gonna sit down? We're chilling?
She got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak.
What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people.
They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now.
The Temsic fragment.
I didn't know they had it all figured out.
You mean they figured out the source of your powers?
Yeah, the meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time.
If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more.
These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite radiation gives spirits special powers.
Oh, and that's why Missile got powers. It's because Missile died next to the meteorite.
Like possessing and manipulating objects.
And in my case, swapping objects.
Exactly. Apparently, there are individuals' differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now, then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple.
It is? How then?
In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation.
That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation?
On that day, 10 years ago.
Bruh!
A fragment of that meteor pierced my heart, and I died. So of course I received special powers.
It doesn't make sense that I'm giving him a robotic speech. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right. Oh, we get to watch the dog get run over again. Blech. I'm dead. Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater?
You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation too.
The radiation's time effect.
Another effect of the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the fact that I can return to the 4 minutes before the person's death, it's another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? This is also strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. Don't you guys know the water's still rising? It makes about as much sense to me as anything else.
Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moment that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive, not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, the little pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel.
So I guess as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow. So does that mean the scalpel got, like, stuck in his body? You know, poke it in, and then it's just like,
Me, can't get it out.
revenge.
Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives.
Our lives?
As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate.
Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping?
It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why he wanted his daughter kidnapped.
But they kidnapped the wrong girl.
Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me.
Huh?
Their objective was to wipe out everyone who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cavanella and the Junkyard Super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And, as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well, so they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. You, detective.
Me?
If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Okay, but I was just a little kid playing in the park.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
10 years later, you'd become a detective, looking into Jode's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. Well, what do you say? I took possession of you to make you shoot me.
No, what do you mean? This was the conversation about Robux and V-Bucks.
Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark.
Blech.
The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway.
And then this guy showed up.
But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme.
Like me.
I showed up. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then, something went wrong.
What happened?
My body disappeared. Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsic meteorite.
Because you were looking into Jode's case. They thought you would find out about Temsic, sooner or later. So now that we have everything covered, we can die now. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine.
Oh no!
There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea, but we hook up the phone line and there are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years.
You what?
This feeling cut off from the world all alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of this endless sea. This must be how you felt all along.
Oh, Camilla's awake. Now we're gonna find out she's an engineering master.
Lynn! Camilla! Is it true we're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
That's funny. What is it, Sizzle? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go all of this trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsic fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why do they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute. Yes, we do. How did you...
Why did he give you the pocket watch?
This will tell us where Detective Joad is.
A present from the inspector in white.
That's right, Detective Joad told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how are we going to get there?
We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn? Right. Oh, and wait a minute. What about the torpedo?
A torpedo?
In any case, it's way too early to give up.
It looks like Detective Joad is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
I mean, it's technically a phone.
And my dad isn't here on the submarine?
Don't worry, we're going to get him right now.
Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings what I said about my dad saving us if he was here. Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll right off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned.
Ouch.
I'm going to start being tougher, too. I want to make my dad proud of me. Miss Camilla.
I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla.
So his shell's definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment.
It's there, yeah. But I don't know about calling it a shell.
Detective Joad's watch will tell us exactly where it is.
Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he?
There might still be another torpedo on the submarine. If we use it, we can get to Detective Joad.
That's a brilliant plan, Detective.
You think so?
So what are you gonna do, ride on the top of the torpedo?
Of course not. You guys are going to go.
Darn, I kinda wanted to see that.
Did you want to see me drown?
What? Grape.
Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. Oh, it sounds heavenly.
I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Just the guy who's made a deal with the said country.
Anyways, it looks like the arm of the machine is a bit busted.
Eh. Eh.
There we go. Oh, the torpedo room.
The torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Choud up. Something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then.
Anyone have a controller to pilot the submarine?
It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me. I'll enter the coordinates of the command room and the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck.
The switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. I don't think the entire device is broken, though. It'll appear to work fine, just if only I can move the switch. I'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone.
What will happen to the 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us, and our powers.
What?
There's just no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
God dang it, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. God dang it, I'm hitting wrong buttons again. I swapped the levers. There we go.
There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable.
I'll set on this end too. But something's odd.
What is it?
The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right, okay. Hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks.
You're gonna join me, Missile.
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Choud is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. It'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry, I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How can I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it.
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You have to do the rest, Sizzle.
I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile. Ooh, but Miss Lynn. You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sizzle, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again, never ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla. I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then, don't worry. Miss Camilla!
Immediately.
That's a good boy, Missile. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch.
We're ready.
Sizzle,
Yeah?
we never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promise, little lady. Of course we will.
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes then.
Good luck, friend. Send me up. Agent Sizzle and Agent Missile. To save the day!
These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I tried to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. How can a ray of light of hope reach this far down into the deep sea? If I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up.
Oh, Judd's dead.
Detective Jode!
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him.
You better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jode.
Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode.
Who are you? Are you Sizzle?
Please excuse my appearance.
I can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? What about Lynn?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jode about everything that happened on the submarine Ionoa.
So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do something of his own submarine?
I wish I knew.
I know the answer to that one.
Oh, it's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode.
Are you Yomil?
So you remember me, do you?
Or could I possibly forget?
So that's your real name, huh? Yomil? That's right.
I have two guys who sound the same.
Most people in the Ionoa were calling you Sizzle. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you something? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jode?
Right. This sucks. There's two characters who sound exactly the same. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? And by the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but as a person who's good at using computers.
I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It's a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top-secret information. The goal was to build a new system using in multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the program, or the project, by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. But you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. Never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies.
It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect.
I was the guy who built the core of the system.
The police arrested you, and then the incident happened.
He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent?
About 6 months after your death. I'm sorry, Yomil.
10 years ago? My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about it. And nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anyone.
Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear. But I wasn't allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering.
And so that's why you murdered Alma.
That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt.
What?
It was the twisted wish of the mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal.
There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal?
A new life.
Life?
I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they helped me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me.
Rebirth? A new beginning, eh?
I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, and everybody in an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for.
Completely man-made life.
And that's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. So I decided to ask a national government to help me. And the response in the end was betrayal. They were making the moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country, and they searched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about.
You had no idea they were doing all this.
None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go all to the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of manipulator's power.
A Shia Kazing.
By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times.
Are you kidding me? This guy's an armed agent?
Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That park is like a silent battlefield on an international scale.
That's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite.
And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh?
So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh?
Yeah. It's the ending I deserve.
But at least there is one thing you must be happy about.
What's that?
You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever.
Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jode back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jode. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now.
Alright, fine. We'll see where it leads us.
Here we go. Back to 4 minutes before your death.
S. Yo Noah. So, where are we headed? We're not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and it will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that these two sound close to the same. But you're trapped here too. He's a robot. By the way, I am not a human, detective. I have now switched my dialogue to a robot. I am a remote control robot detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get a lot, detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? It's nothing but a shell. There's hardly a threat anymore. The Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, detective. Bop, 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 bop. Ho! Now it is time to say goodbye, detective. At the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, detective. Camilla, forgive me.
No blood. None at all.
It isn't over yet.
It isn't?
Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small.
Possibility?
In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. A possibility of turning the situation around.
I wonder if the one blue lady and the short blue guy are. I wonder if they're gonna come back. We just read all this. We're out of fuel soon, and what are you talking about? That would mean you're trapped here too. Huh?
What is it, detective?
Look at your meal's shell.
No aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Tamsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they are afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Tamsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death.
Right, but not anymore. The Tamsic fragment has been taken away.
Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Tamsic fragment was removed from my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means we can go back. Back to 4 minutes before your death.
But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death?
That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move.
It's rewind time. There's a lot going on.
I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it. The final death. At the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now.
Oh, I've been scammed. There's 18 chapters. Right, now this should be the end, from what they were saying. Yep, final chapter. I wonder if it's the final one.
When was Yomil's death? It was 10 years ago when the Tamsic meteorite fell. I traveled back through time. Now we're here at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself.
We went back 10 years. Oh, I've seen this one before. It's ready.
Hold it. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me?
Now just calm down and drop that weapon.
Just stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her.
Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt.
Whoa, it's blue. Oh, and there's the piece. What was she making? That thing was like steaming.
Are you okay? You're alright now, are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsic meteorite, eh?
It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle.
It changed all of our fate completely.
Can't stop Temsic from falling from the sky. But we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life.
So, if we prevent his death, that'll just rewrite everything.
I don't know.
What's the matter, Detective Jode?
To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If the meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying.
I can accept that.
What
What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
And it's gonna turn out that he actually didn't shoot. Trick time!
Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything.
When her sweet potato is almost ready, she's not, when her sweet potato is almost ready, she's not gonna budge from that spot.
But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everyone have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyways, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, we'll just have to have the fragment move instead.
What is she making a sweet potato for?
How?
I don't understand. So I have to wait, because I can't do anything. Sweet potato! It's ready!
Hold it. Stop right there, criminal scum!
Trick time!
Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
I'm sorry.
If you're so sorry, then put her down.
Alright now, Missile. I was really out of my head that day.
Well, we can talk about all this later.
The Temsic meteorite is gonna fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment.
And I'll do everything I can to help too.
Oh, I can't reach.
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking.
You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato.
I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyways, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly.
Are you kidding me?
Stay back!
Am I stuck? No. Hitting the wrong button. Rise!
Oh, look at that sweet potato. That big scary sweet potato.
That's not a sweet potato. Missile, that's Mino.
Oh, right, of course. But look at them, the potato and Mino. Right now, they both have the same shape.
Are you saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help.
My help.
So I gotta get Sizzle to the nozzle, but how do I get Sizzle to the nozzle? Tell me it doesn't have the same shape. I can't reach.
Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, same thing.
What in the world is this thing?
Boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is. It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good.
There's nothing like them on a cold winter day.
They're sweet and they smell delicious.
These guys are sure making me want to try one.
Rock. Rock.
It looks like the basket is empty now. I didn't think she was gonna eat both of those huge sweet potatoes.
Who knows? There might be even have been more than two.
When Miss Lynn finds out her sweet potato's gone, she might cry very loudly.
I'm trying to make her not to be some kind of sweet potato freak.
I don't know what to do. Oh. I think I was supposed to switch to the sweet potato. Okay. As I shot it up the stream, I think I was supposed to switch to the sweet potato. I'm intelligent, I promise. Whee! Here we go. Time to switch these two. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, look. The lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
There's no way that thing should be standing. It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It just might hold out for a little while longer.
If I recall, times like Fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down.
But if Mino sits firmly in this way,
Then fate should change.
trick time. There's not much I can do. I'm kind of stuck here. So I guess I just watch and wait.
about time for that meteorite to come down.
Alright, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in the fragment's path.
Oh, okay, that giant sweet potato. If anything can get in the way, that ugly monster can.
Ouch. Anyways, now the fragment's path ought to change.
This is gonna result in him getting crushed instead of shot. Incoming!
There, how's that?
Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little.
It's gonna hit somebody else. Now Yamil's fate should really change.
Wait a minute. Take a look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No!
I got him in the nuts.
Detective Jode! Fancy fragment shot through his leg.
What?
But the cruel twist of fates weren't over yet.
Come on, put it down.
Huh?
Jude, put that gun down now. If you don't, you're going to shoot him.
I don't know if it's the detective's training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver.
Put the gun down. No! I knew it. This was my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Oh, it's gonna switch with the sweet potato.
Missile, the bullet just stopped in midair.
I'm here inside of the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
Whoa, whoa. With what?
Detective Jode, meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. It won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that the murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here.
He's gonna get slugged with a sweet potato? Oh.
Oh no, we stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive.
What?
I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch, in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me.
My second guess was the basket, but...
We were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning.
No! Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of there! No! My leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn!
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out? And then try to find another way next time. And if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. Then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together.
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sizzle and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, doot doot doot, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomil.
Man's name is Yomiel.
Sizzle, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there.
I hate that I made them sound the same.
Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depends on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depends on it. Give it your all. But remember, you only have a split second. Got it.
My god.
Now it's your turn, Missile.
What? But what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, it'd still be right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? Don't see how gaining a second or two helped.
Oh, it helped, alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn.
Him.
You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean? That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body.
Do-do-do-do. No. Ye gods.
So what, are his legs, like, broken?
Are you awake?
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
It'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit. But the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The gods. They're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? Think you could do it quicker than I could?
What's that?
It's a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
Detective's badge. Thanks.
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. There. Oh, my leg. Oh, you ever get a meteorite shot through your leg? It doesn't feel too good. Are you alive?
Yeah, sadly.
Hang on. Help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me.
I see.
But, you know, I'm glad it happened.
What are you doing? Go call for help!
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know, I think it's unconscious. That's funny, it didn't look like it was injured or anything.
Pretty little kitty.
I bet I'd take it to my house and look after it. Would you like to come home with me, little kitten?
It's unconscious. I can't say yes. What about the guy who's dying on the floor?
Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sizzle's.
I was a cat.
Sizzle! The name Sizzle echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You are my one and only friend. How about it? You remember now?
I was a freaking cat this whole time.
Old friend?
Do I gotta change the voice, right?
I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak, all alone in the world.
Hold it!
Ah!
Somebody please look at me. Huh? Oh, kitten, shoo. You might get hurt. Somebody please reach a hand out to me.
I just only died at the time. I lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore. I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was. I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat.
And then the man got his body back.
I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little late. I just missed her as she left this world. She left me with a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomil." The man named Sizzle. It was the name of something important he had lost along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was.
Oh wait, this is the cat. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness, with no particular place to go. Oh wait. No, this is... I wish they had name boxes.
As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects. But then, after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light. Or at least, that's what I tried to believe.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't! He's dead.
Left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away.
Blech. The black cat.
I was possessing Sizzle then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all.
So you borrowed the body of your old friend.
Sizzle was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible.
What was that?
Sizzle, there inside the bag, was dead.
What? He didn't leave any air holes. Oh. The cat got shot.
I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought.
But it did hit something, didn't it?
It hit Sizzle inside that bag.
Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of the Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead. My ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought the corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't even if I wanted to. Oh, why not? Remember the thing about the individual differences in our powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there's some things that I can't, or that you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death? If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your power. I just tagged along with you.
In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. And the fate of your death, the kitten Sizzle's fate. I can just bet you the fate of the woman you'd loved has changed too.
Yes, I believe you're right.
So this is the last fate to be averted, eh?
So Emil, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure.
Yes, and I'm glad too.
I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. Oh, this is, her.
She understood. She shed tears for me. So when my revenge was over, she saved me from the darkness.
Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born.
Right, we should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will now all vanish.
Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did. My crime.
That's the way this game of the dead works, eh?
No matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intentions of running away from that. Either, the most inexcusable crime is my new life. Hey, Sizzle.
Yes?
When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry.
That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Emil?
Thank you, Sizzle. I'm so very glad I met you.
Me too, Emil.
Sizzle, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now. Our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sizzle, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy.
Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat.
Home, huh? Sounds good, Detective Jode.
Looking cool, Detective Joe.
Kill me. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now, we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. And they never did. The end. Wait! Follow me. Wait, follow me. Follow me, wait, follow me. Before you go back to the new present, I wanted to thank you. Oh, it's the lamp! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray. Because you've forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sizzle. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memories. Yes, yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know. Who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fate of many people tonight, the first of which was hers.
Help me.
If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die, in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. Is this the pigeon? After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Or is this the dog? Who is it? Who is the... Oh. Oh, well. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling, hiding place and left. And in the process, they killed the dog and Camilla. Two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that, the powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet. Is this the dog? Is this actually the dog? Not yet, anyways. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. It's because Sizzle was there, or Yomil. That's right. He died inside the ore of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. You mean the dog made it this far? In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in the red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came. It was the dog! The lamp is the dog! And that's the other version of the story of this night. The story that has taken 10 years to be retold. That was you, huh? It's the dog! That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in a dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own. So you decided to wait those 10 years out? Exactly, and then, at last, that fatal night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old. My powers were weak. So I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me.
But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp.
Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects.
But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself?
Because I couldn't.
Huh?
I'm watching the man in red. I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things that he could. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example.
What?
It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody.
But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me?
Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night. The first time around.
What? We met before?
From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the department, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at the junkyard at the edge of town. I followed the Ghost World path to the junkyard and came up upon an incredible scene.
Like me.
Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my fur stand on end. I can tell you.
That was me. So I was shot on that night the first time around as well.
You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died, and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me.
I did what?
I just want to find my own lost memory. Sorry, I can't help you.
That's what you said.
And then he dips.
And then you disappeared. Way over the telephone line.
I'm really sorry I didn't help you.
That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage.
Mutual advantage?
The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path of doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path of the man in the red, Tio Mio.
What?
I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. Then I gave you a time limit.
Time limit?
That's right, as you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over.
Then you mean that thing about ceasing to exist?
Oh, that. Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely.
Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way.
Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist. And with them, so will I.
Missile.
I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Missile? So you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh?
Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sizzle.
And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. That's funny that the dog was... that Missile did all that. How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Oh, it's Lynn. There's no gun in the picture. Kaboom! Were you surprised?
You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death.
Yippee, it worked!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made the surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right?
Really? Thank you, Detective Jode. Dad, you're home.
Hey, Camilla, let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective.
Something wrong?
You have one of those badges too. Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though.
How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn?
Ooh, what's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective.
It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow.
Destiny, eh?
And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me.
That you will. That you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're the same little kitten.
That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he's never gotten any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sizzle. Sizzle. Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sizzle likes you, Lynn.
I figured she'd be the one with the purple hair.
Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom.
Chicken.
No dog? I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somewhere too. Or somehow too. I guess that was Lynn talking. Couldn't tell, you know?
So we meet again, Sizzle.
From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. Oh! I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives to be unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Oh! Oh, there's the dog. Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
But birthday is all for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby.
Oh my god. Oh, he's styling spaghetti. Oh, now is it proper credits? Oh. No, it stopped. What? I don't remember the voices I gave these guys. I know they're pretty boring. Yeah, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective just like Inspector Cabanella. A kind of example is the inspector providing for his men. Yes. Character illustration. Oh, I knew the feet guy was coming.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you got on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop?
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals.
I guarantee those guards are gonna show up. It's Chicken Mario. La 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 la, I've never cooked this way before. So excited, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and okay.
This is really necessary, this new curry chicken menu item?
But the very best customer requested it, not now. Good luck with the taste testing or whatever he said. Text is going too fast, can't read, too slow. Brain too small.
Oh boy, I didn't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway?
I was gonna say, I don't think that guy ever talked. Backgrounds. Akiko. Manabu.
Takeda. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. And they're dead. Big spender. Weenie a junior. Chie.
This is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart.
Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of the...
No, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel?
Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. Bop.
Clunked him right in the head.
Toshihiko. Yoshihiro. Yosuke.
In this economy? These guys.
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, those grapes are quite good, my man.
Yeah, is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir.
Ye God! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now. Bum dum dun 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 dun.
Who's next? Oh, this kid.
Love, peace, and pigeons. Long live rock and roll.
Get this guy out of here. No, not this guy too. Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of the... Okay. That voice was never gonna work. The text goes by too fast. Who's next? Oh, there they are. It's a day, you know, he's finally getting out. Well, everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Then let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. You can show it to me, say, next week? You got it! Yes. Quality assurance. There's some. Oh! Now he's the painter. Long years, Emil. Time's up today. Young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. Thank you, Sizzle. I'm gonna turn the painting. Definitely painted the cat. Yep, that's what I figured. Oh. Look at me, Inspector Cabanella.